teach acrylic paintings for the beginner. I do techniques that are very simple and easy to follow in real time so you can follow along with me. Hi! I even teach you how to draw a cat. So let's get on and start with a new painting. And you can still keep working on your highlights. You can even add a few more highlights to your trees. If you want to just tap on a few little, with your filbert brush, just tap on a few little highlights at the tops where the sun is shining. So you can keep working on your paintings until you get what you're looking for. And if you get too much highlight on there, you just go back with your green and tone it down a bit. So you just go back and forth until you get what you're looking for. So just tap on little bits of this and little bits of that. And I'll start bringing everything together. Just touching is all I'm doing. Just tapping and touching my trees. Add a little more highlight, a little more detail. See? See how it brings it together? Just a little bit. When you're doing this, you can also make it a little more of that glaze, or a little more water to your paint, so you won't destroy everything underneath too. Now see how that brings it out more? There we go. Good. If you want to define the edges here of your grassy area, you want to get a little bit of, there we go, a little bit of a ground area. Let's see. Just take your filbert brush or any small flat brush and put some brown on one side of your brush and some black on the other side of your brush, if you want to use black. And with the black side down, you can add these little edges to your land area. There we go. So you just tap it on. And if you need a few little ones here, let's put some down here. There we go. It's almost little rocks and ground, land. Put a little rock down here if you want. The rocks. All these little tiny details will bring your painting together. Just tapping it on, that's all I'm doing for this. And you can highlight it a little bit of brown yellow. See? Just touch it. Touch. Touch. And over here, just touching. Get your darks in there. And just play around with it and see what you can do to get some nice little details going on in there. There we go. Good. Anything at all that you can do to bring it to life. Anything at all. Add a few more little rocks over here. brighten them up a little bit with some lighter color. Some brown and some yellow, or whatever colors you think you need to brighten it up. And just touch. You don't have to do anything fancy. Your brush will do all the work for you. So wherever you think you need extra, I'm just touching with some brown and some yellow. Let's see. Touch. Just experimenting to see what will come out. And if I like it, if I don't, I'll just go back over it with my dark colors. Now, just highlight places here and there, add a few rocks. If you want some extra rocks in there. There we go. Just little tiny rocks. You can also add some flowers just to give it some extra interest. And when people look at your painting, they have a lot of things to look at. They don't just look at just trees and grass. They got some other things to look at also. Like I say, you can put in some, let's see, try another brush, maybe a bristle brush with the bristles opened up. Maybe add a few highlights here around your tree. Like look like maybe there's some flowers. There we go. Just gently touch. Look like there's flowers there. See. You have any colors that you want. You can also, with your dirty brush, tap into some red and put some flowers here. A bit of red brightens it up. And then you can add some white. Just use your dirty brush. So tap into a little bit of white. And you can also put that in here. See how that brightens it up? And because my brush is dirty, it turned with pink. Just nice to get some flowers around your trees. Maybe you got some flowers over here. You can add some white to your brush and bring some white in around your flowers that you put over here. Just tap gently. So wherever you want flowers, whatever else you can think of, you can put an animal in there if you want, or birds in the sky. So you can see the painting starts to come to life the more you add little bits of this and little bits of that. I'll show you how to do a rainbow now later. But for now, just playing around with our trees and having some fun. So just keep adding a little bit of yellow to your green and tapping on some of these extras. Gives a little more definition. Just a little bit. See? So the more you play around and add some extra detail, it'll help bring your paintings to life. So I'm just going to continue adding a few details. Just gently tapping. Like I say, if you end up doing something you don't like, then just go back over with your darker color, which is your green. And this one here we're going to shape up by moving that around with no more paint on your brush. You just want to move it around so that it all looks like it's all coming together and it's not just one big blob of yellow. But you get a little extra leaves shaping it up in a different way that you want. There we go. So the more you play around with it, now sometimes you can play a little too much and you end up making a real mess. That happens to all of us. And then you just go back with your, as long as you still got your shapes and you still got, you know, everything in place, you can go and play with it as much as you want. I only got a bit of dark in the back there, and see how it's separating the two trees, which is kind of cool. Good. So it's coming together. I mean, there's lots more you could do. I think I could do some more a little bit with this water here. You could probably keep going over your water until you get what you're looking for. It's too white. Bring it back a little bit here. Just go back and forth. I'm using a fan brush, but you can use a flat. So I wasn't real happy with that, so you can always go back over what you did. See? Use your fan brush whichever way works for you, or your flat. You can use the this way, horizontal, or you can turn it this way and pull across. And then pick up a little bit of white and then put in some white there just to show that there's some water going on there. A little bit here, and the light is coming in, so it probably is just going in the center here. And just going back and forth, little strokes. Little strokes, big strokes, whatever works for you. And we'll get a little more white. Come down here to lighten up this water part. Waterfall. You touch over and down, touch over and down, down. And try going back and getting a little more blue. Try to get that to go in with the waterfall so it looks like it's moving. It's probably coming from back here somewhere. Because if it's going to be moving water, it has to be moving from somewhere. So it's probably come behind those trees and moving its way down on top of that waterfall and fell over. You can even add a little rock in there somewhere. Just little rocks. So that's the main thing. Just play with your painting so that you get some more detail and get some more interest to your paintings. Whenever you got some rocks, it's nice to put a little bit of a water line underneath the rock just to show that it's sitting on top of the water. It's right underneath the rock. See? Just a little bit. There we go. You can clean it up and play with it until you are happy with your painting. So, I could do this all day long. But you have to know when to stop. And you might say, well, how do I know when to stop? Well, you look back, you stand back, and you look at your painting. And if you're happy with what you see, and you're happy with it, then your painting is done. Even if you don't want to do all these details. If you do a painting and you like what you see, you don't have to do all this. But if you want to enhance your paintings a little more, just add a few little details and highlights to bring it to life. There we go. So have a look at your painting and see if you can add some extra details to bring it to life. And get it the way you like it. Just by adding a few little extra details, you will be able to make your painting stand out a little more and give it more color. I'm thinking about doing this painting next. What do you think? It's kind of nice, you know. It's nice and colorful, and it's different, a little different, and I could show you how to paint that. If you're interested in that painting there, let me know, and I will do that in my next video or so. Also, I was also thinking, maybe if you have a painting that you can't seem to get it to come to life, you could email it to me, allisonprior@yahoo.com. And if you want to, maybe I could repaint your painting. This is just an idea, and then I could show you how to do it on video, and you can watch me do it. Anyway, I'll check it out, and you can email me again. Like I said, I always leave my emails for you guys to, you know, ask me questions or make suggestions or anything. You can leave some comments for me, and subscribe so you can get all these videos that I'm going to put up. Lots of videos coming up in the future. And I will see you in the next video. Signing off, Allison Prior.